I'm here today with Hey There on commentary.
Hello.
Alright, I'm looking forward to a good match. Both of these runners are very close to sub-hour in terms of their PBs.
Yeah, definitely. Either one of them could be the next sub-hour.
Yeah, you can see on screen Lightron with the 10008 and Lusterris with the 10011. That's it's crazy how close they are. And Miwe as well in their group recently got a 10013, I believe. So it's a really competitive group.
Yeah.
Alright, and we start off with Cap Kingdom. So far, so good. Good line from both runners. Cap Kingdom can be a little bit tricky. There's a few tricks like the getting to the lever and activating it right, and then going into first-person mode, because the first-person mode manipulates a camera in such a way that it actually lets you move faster. Because normally after the cutscene, the camera pans back to, or sorry, it pans to the cutscene really slowly if you don't go into first-person, so that saves about a second. Lusterris with a little bit of a lead going into the prog room. Nice looking vectors from both runners. Now for a left side, first major run. Lusterris going for the vaults. I didn't see what Lightron did. Both of them narrowly missing though. Both even in that sense. Good backups for both of them as well. Looks like left Lightron caught up a little bit.
Nice sync.
Yeah.
So Lusterris barely ahead, but actually, I can't even tell. It's so close.
Yeah, I thought Lusterris was ahead a little bit, but it looks like it's really synced right now. Yeah, left side can be really tricky. Yeah, 223. Pretty good cap for a race. Especially missing left side, because that costs a few seconds. It's surprisingly tricky in races because, at least in my experience, you're kind of most nervous towards the beginning of the race, because it's a little bit of unfamiliar territory relative to most attempts, and then left side is pretty hard. Lusterris with a little bit of a mistake with the spin throw roll, cancel out the chain chomp. Had to wait a little bit for Cappy to circle around to get the chain chomp. Alright, and I don't suspect that we'll be seeing DSS from either runner. In the first week of races, the only player who did DSS was Ganon Slayer. Yep, both going for a normal dino skip. Lusterris with a nice little roll cancel jump. Clean movement from both of them to the dino. Now time for the dino skip. This trick is definitely a beginner trick, but as we have seen before, it can trip people up. Yeah, happening in the Lightron. A little bit of a confused backup. Circling around now. Should be good now. Ooh, landed, or didn't even land. Lightron was very low on the wall. It's a little bit strange the way that the cutscene trigger works for Mad Brutal, because sometimes you can bonk very high up on the wall and it won't work, but in that case he was very, very low, and it still did work. So Lusterris with a bit of a lead now to the dino skip shenanigans. Alright. Let me check the handy dandy stats sheet to see if either of them go for chest clip. I don't believe so, yeah. According to the stat sheet, the only person who even attempted chest clip so far in the qualifiers has been Silo. So I don't suspect that either of them will be going for it. Oh, I think I might have been commentating off of watching the stream rather than the Discord. So my timing might have been a little bit strange.
I'll be honest, I did the same.
And Lusterris maintaining his lead, exiting Cascade. Both of them should be well on pace for making the STA. .538 for Lusterris. And a 5:45 for Lightron, so about a 7-second difference so far. That's about as much as you'd expect to see coming out of Cascade most of the time, but 7 seconds is certainly, that's very easy to make up.
Yeah, Sand Kingdom is a kingdom where I would say that lead from Lusterris could change a little bit, because there are some things that can go wrong in Sand, like missing jam. Potentially, if they go for reverse Jaxi, they can mess that up pretty roughly. And yeah, it's not that calm of a kingdom, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of different ways that you could end up losing a handful of seconds, or as you mentioned, if you end up dying near the Jaxi Island, then that's going to cost quite a lot of time. Lusterris grabbing the Seed Moon from the DSTA trick. So far, so good in Sand for both of them. I haven't really noticed any errors, so about the same time difference still so far. Going for a long jump and then a ground pound on the Dune Moon. A little bit suboptimal, but certainly no big deal. Oh, a little bit of trouble getting up to the Ice Skull from Lusterris, but a clean backup. So Lightrun has been catching up a little bit. No time for Dram. Looks like both runners were able to pull it off successfully in their first race last week. Looks good for Lusterris. And for Lightron. They're both going for single bill, it looks like. They both missed it, according to the stat sheet in their last race. It looks good though for both of them. Okay, looks like Lusterris is going for reverse Jaxi, and so is Lightron. Hopefully no shenanigans happen. Looking good so far. Nice up throw roll cancel. Ooh, Lightron with a bit of an error. Maybe a dropped input or something. Not blocking on the pillar. Its backup is a little bit weird, but luckily the bullet bill actually just chases you if you mess up there, so the backup is relatively straightforward. You just gotta take it to the block, as Lightron just went for there. Oh, and taking the second bullet bill. Pretty clever. I should make up a bit of that lost time. Very nice. Lusterris going for the nice safe long jump onto the bird dune. Probably the easiest way to get a spin pound on it. Lightron going for a little bit of a more optimal strat, but making some mistakes. It seems to be a theme so far that Lusterris tends to go for a little bit more safer strats, it seems like, compared to Lightron.
Yeah, and that can definitely like affect how they perform in races because like I'd say it's better to go for safer strats just to like have a more consistent race time.
Yeah, definitely, that makes sense. The minor optimizations can help you catch up, but sometimes it can end up costing you because it's good for going for PBs to do all kinds of crazy stuff, but you gotta make sure that you have the consistency or else it's gonna cost you in races. All right, now on to the Lake Kingdom. Lake is pretty easy with one major exception being Lake Clip. There's a lot that can go wrong there. I wasn't paying attention to the times, but it looks like Lusterris probably has somewhere in around a 10 to 15 second lead currently. I think some of those mistakes late in sand cost Lightron a bit of time compared to Lusterris. Alright. Ooh, third hat throw to get Cappy out of bounds, and then still is a fake clip. Lightron is now basically caught all the way up. If he can get a really nice late clip. Oh, and they're synced. Just like that.
Amazing.
Oh my god. And Lightron taking over with faster out of bounds movement too. Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, really unfortunate.
Late clip can definitely do that, as you saw.
Yeah. Yeah, once you miss it once, it starts to get like kind of nerve-wracking, like, oh no, my setup is off, and then having a little bit of a bad mental state can make getting that precise setup a lot harder. Hey, Lusterris with a dive. I didn't quite see what happened there, but definitely not what he intended. I think there's somewhere around like a 5 or 6 second difference between them now. Like around a bit of a weird roll situation there, but looking good. Yeah, that's the end of Lake. Okay, let's see what exits we're looking at here. Pretty solid run so far from both runners, getting a 13.2x, 13.25 for Lightron. That's pretty damn good for no reset, and 13.29 from Lusterris. 4 seconds apart currently. And now for Wooded, possibly the hardest run in an 8%, or hardest segment.
For sure. It can just cause so much trouble for runners, like in many places, like from the beginning to the end. It's just kind of a crazy kingdom.
Yeah, absolutely. Every single moon is pretty difficult. And then, in particular, Wooded is pretty much the only kingdom that has a trick that if you mess it up, that's an instant, like, 30 seconds gone or something with Nut Clip. Maybe not quite 30. It depends on how you back it up. If you're familiar with, like, the Goryu you back up and everything. Hopefully we won't see a miss from either runner. Looks like Lightron missed Nut Clip in his first race, according to the stat sheet.
And another sink. Bonus.
Yeah, pretty close race. I'm expecting to see this for pretty much most of the race. As we've said, these two runners are both very good, very close PBs.
Yeah.
Looks good from both of them. Very nice. Lusterris, once again, with a little bit of a cautious out-of-bounds movement, changing the camera before going for the tank moon. Both of them going pretty clean right now. Uh-oh, Lusterris with a bit of a mistake. Didn't get the wall slide there, so gonna have to redo the ramp. Alright, now coming up, they're gonna pass by the Piranha Moon. Since they got the Tree Moon, they don't need this moon, they'll just pass right by it. Get the dead end nut. And then do Flower Road skip afterwards. Lusterris going a little bit out of the way for the checkpoint. Always a nice safety option in case anything terrible happens, which Lightron taking a death here. I didn't see if he got the checkpoint.
He did.
That makes
so,
okay.
Yeah, that's good. If he didn't, then he would have had to go back all the way from the shop, which would have lost a ton of time.
Yeah, that's very hard to back up coming from all the way back there without losing. You're guaranteed to lose a ton of time. Probably like 50 seconds or something crazy.
Yeah.
Now Lusterris with a little bit of a lead. Still pretty close though, despite the death. And now time for the Wooded Spirilless. Got a spin pound off the tower and go towards the nut around the corner. Lusterris opting for the robot bounce and Lightron for the Talkatoo bounce. Yeah, so you have a few options there after that spin pound. Ooh, Lightron taking damage on that bird. You can bounce on either of those NPCs, the robot or Talkatoo, or you can try to buffer a jump upon landing. And then that allows you to land a little bit further forward. Okay, and nice flooded pipeway by Lusterris. And Lightron looking good as well so far. Ooh, taking damage though, spoke a little too soon. Nice backup though. Didn't lose too much time on that. Alright, coming up on the Cloud Kingdom. It looks like Lightron did go for the Cloud Hint Art and successfully got it in his first race. Only Lightron and MeWe have gone for it so far in the qualifier. So the Cloud should be pretty simple. There is a little bit of a risk of death at the very beginning, but hopefully they'll both play safe enough that that doesn't happen, or just don't make any crazy mistakes. Interesting movement from Lusterris. I haven't seen somebody do a long jump there, but it looks pretty good. Yep, tornadic finger now to go for the hint art. Ooh, we missed it though. No real time loss there, though. The only time loss is just not having those coins, so I'll have to get the Metro Hinard, but just as good as not even going for it in the first place. Alright, Lusterris maintaining a good lead. Looks like about 10 seconds. Actually 11. Now for Meme Tree, I'm assuming they both... Yeah, it looks like nobody has messed up Meme Tree so far in this qualifier. Hopefully that stays true. Ooh, a little bit awkward there from Lusterris, but I don't know, maybe that was just how he normally does it. Clean in any case. Ooh, dive ball from Lightron, very nice. Yeah, Lightron did try the hint dart and ended up missing it, but still got all the Bowser cycles just fine. Got the nice roll cancel triple jump from Lightron, very good movement. Stairs getting stuck a little bit on the tree. Nothing too bad though. Often you can get a spin around on the tree, and if you do it in the wrong spot, you'll just get some really crazy result. Like you'll just do a normal roll in like totally the wrong way or something. But so if trouble happens there, you want to be very, very careful not to die.
Lusterris not going for reverse appeal, but Lightron going for it and getting it as well. So that will save a little bit of time.
Yeah, it looks like Lightron is 2 for 2 on that so far from the qualifiers. Closing up the lead a little bit. Ooh, Lusterris with the death. Just like that, nearly synced again. Yeah, just about 1 second between the two of them. This is a really exciting race. A lot of lead changes. Alright, now on to Night Metro. There's a few things that can go wrong here. There's a handful of spots where you can end up falling down, which can be a little bit annoying to back up. Player on with a little bit of a mistake on the movement there, but get back up. Now they're realizing. Looks like Lightron will be going for the Goomba Heck based on the stat sheet. He got it the first time. Hopefully he can get it this time as well if he chooses to go for it. Yeah, and yet another instance here, and then also again going at the tower. Oh, they're both going for it, actually. Lusterris bailing out, though. I wonder if that's just what he always does or something. Or if that's what he did the last time. But yeah, Lightron, just like minor optimizations here and there. Like the movement heading towards the tower, he did a few extra roll boosts and then a roll cancel. Then he went for this Goomba Hex right here, which saves about a second. You can see those minor time saves are what's giving him the lead currently. This first phase on both of them are going where Lusterris having a little bit of trouble with the last hit. Hopefully both of them have a good second phase. I don't expect to see any 3 cycles, but anything is possible. Even if you get a 2-cycle, there's a lot of time to be saved or lost depending on what pattern you get with the Wiggler and how do you handle each pattern. Some patterns are a lot harder to not lose time on just because of the way the Wiggler can overlap. Really nice pattern for Lightron. Good one as well for Lusterris, that's good to see. Oh! Lusterris going a little bit out of order of which pieces of the Wiggler he hit, but it ended up being just as fast. So yeah, no significant mistakes so far in Metro, but Lightron just having a little bit time save here and there. Has a lead of a few seconds now. Alright, time for Day Metro. First trick, right away, doing a little capture warp. The first moon. Ooh, Lusterris with a bonk, but still homed in. Ooh, and an input error resulted in him going on the wire. That can happen pretty easily if you make a mistake. If you're like holding in the wrong direction on the control stick, just trying to like decapture and move Mario. That can happen. Nice scoop clip from Lightron. Lusterris going a little bit safe there, but really quick. In spite of that. Seeing a little bit of a minor Mario meltdown for both players. Lightron having a bit of an issue capturing the pole. Lusterris, it looked like he bounced on the bench guy once or twice, if I saw correctly. Hitting the woman with Cappy, oh my god. Nice slots from Lightron. So a little bit shaky from Lusterris. The dive out of the crates is a little bit harder than the long jump, but it is faster if you do it right. Lightron really blocking entering building, but full confidence to just roll him anyway. Looking good in building so far. Playing pretty conservatively with that build capture. Yeah, nice. No explosion there. Ooh, Lusterris with a bit of an issue and then a bonk. This room is very awkward to back up once you've missed. These poles are a little bit weird sometimes, like you see here, you kind of missed. Ooh, that was close. So yeah, let around with this. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
The poles can definitely be, like, really uncooperative. Like, sometimes it's like right when you turn and try to jump, you, like, wall jump the other way, like the way that you were before you turned, and that can be really annoying because it's like, you know, you're trying to go fast, so you don't want to wait too long until you have to jump after turning. So, yeah, it's pretty frustrating for him. And that's not even counting, like, the bullet bill shenanigans with, like, the cycles and stuff. Because, like, if you miss it up once, you basically, like, I don't really know if you can properly, like, back it up and get the bullet bill at the same time. You pretty much have to go for the backup with the vault.
Yeah, I've never seen if anybody's ever done a backup like that with another bill. It's in, yeah, as you said, like once you lose even just like a second going towards the first moon, then it's gonna screw up the bullet bill cycle. Spiral a little bit. Lightron with a strong Metro, it looks like, though. He's pulled ahead pretty considerably. Yeah, I feel like Lusterris might be a little bit shaken. I've just seen some, like, a lot of just very minor sloppy movement, like, towards the end of there. Hopefully he can stay strong mentally. That's really important when it comes to coming back in races, especially if you're checking in on how far ahead or behind you are. Then you really gotta stay focused as much as you can on your gameplay and keep it strong. Hope he can catch up.
The lead for Lightron seems to be almost 30 seconds, which, again, could change even in this kingdom alone, because there's some not even like considering Snow Jam, which could lose a ton of time depending on how many times you miss it. There's also the sub areas where it's also pretty easy to die in, and yeah, it's not that like simple of a kingdom.
Yeah, for sure. It can be pretty deceptive. It's only like 5 minutes long, and so many of the moons are just slow with all the cutscenes and stuff, but so much of it is so difficult. All right, Lightron going for Snow Clip. That looks good. Yep, very nice. Now time for the Blowy Joey cycle. Let's see, it looks like, yeah, he's going for the triple jump. Clean execution. And nice finding manip there. Another little camera manip strat to save a second or so. Lusterris, it looked like he went for the snow clip but didn't get it. No big deal though. It's a pretty minor time save. Going for the spin pound strat. It's a little bit slower than the triple jump, but I think it's a fair amount easier because you don't need to time the cycle so specifically. You can go a little bit faster and play it safe.
Yeah.
And Spiny barely falling off there.
No Goom vectors from Lightron, which surprisingly saves a lot more than what you would think. Because they're just like, you know, just little hops. Kind of crazy how much it saves. Like, I'm not sure how much. It's at least a second if done properly.
Yeah, it's pretty surprising how easily they can build up speed.
Yeah, 1.5 seconds.
Lusterris having to recapture the Goombas to hit the switch. Yeah, Lightron with a pretty strong snow, it seems. He definitely wants to try and maintain this pace. He's got a good lead going into snow, about 30 seconds flat. So if he can play strong enough, you know, that's going to be really big. Accidental backflip on the Snow Dream setup, but no problem there. Makes it with actually a really good amount of distance. So yeah, I'm not sure what the lead is. I'll have to check at the end of the kingdom, but I think Lightron has been saving a little bit more time to Lusterris so far through snow as well. Lusterris going for the like the home in cap throw. Interesting.
Yeah, and ends up getting or having a lot of space in there, so definitely worked out well for him.
But yeah, nice little trick jump tech there to make the potential distance a lot, you know, have more to work with. Alright, let's see what strat they do for the Star Seaside. Lightron with the classic dive, triple jump, and then Trane bounce. There's a surprising number of different strats that you'll see high-level runners going for there.
Yeah, it can be very diverse. There's just a ton of things to do there. Like, you could do spin pound, no roll cancel, triple jump, no cappy bounce of any sorts. You can do spin pound, roll cancel, triple jump, straining bounce, like a bunch of different stuff there. Like,
does anybody do that last one you named in runs? I've never seen it besides the TAS.
I think that BTT does it. I don't remember.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah, that strat is like crazy difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't noticed any mistakes from either runner in Seaside. Seaside is typically not a kingdom that you lose a lot of time in. Typically, of course.
Yeah,
I would not expect to see either runner lose 50 seconds here or anything.
Yeah, unless they go inbounds accidentally for fish clip or something like that and just don't know the Sphinx answer.
Yeah. Looks like good movement for both of them. Clean fish clip from Lightron. So looking at the stat sheet, it looks like the difference between them coming out of Snow is 34 seconds, so Lightron widening the gap by 4 seconds through Snow Kingdom. Ooh, Lusterris with a bit of a mistake there. I think he meant to back away a little bit more than Mario. If you're too close to the fish, or rather if Mario is still within the barrier that pushes you back at the moment that you capture, then you get teleported back like that. That's the whole point of, or that's why you need to, like, decapture the fish for the trick.
Yeah, seems like a pretty decent run from Lightron. Could be like mid 100, a bit higher of a 100.
Yeah, it looks like he is 24 seconds behind PB coming out of Seaside, so that's a very strong no reset run. Definitely 1-0 potential. Looks like the time difference now is 42 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. I guess Lusterris must have made some mistakes in Seaside they didn't notice. Yeah, another 8 seconds saved by Lightron over Lusterris. Clean salt triple, very nice. I wasn't looking if Lightron got it, but I'd imagine that he did. Ooh, roll cancel bounce, very clean. Looks like there is a bit of a discussion of breakfast foods in the chat. Danista claiming that cereal is better than omelet. Very bold.
I'm a strong supporter of that. I love cereal. I've had 3 bowls of not Reese's Puffs, but Raisin Bran in the past day.
In the past day.
Yeah.
Oh, cereal is pretty good, pretty diverse. But I feel like the savoriness of omelets is just so good. I think I'm team omelet myself. Looks like a good luncheon so far from both of them. They are not distracted by any food shenanigans, it seems. Oh, we have some team no breakfast in the chat. Honestly, I kind of agree. I don't really eat breakfast very often, but I do think breakfast food is really good, so... Yeah. Lightron going for the roll cancel there, but got no vector at all, so gonna have to back this up. Probably missing the cycle. Oh, barely making it. Oh my god. Never seen someone get that so low there.
Yeah, despite me having 3 bowls of Raisin Bran, I still gotta say number 1 is Reese's Puffs.
Sticking true to the brand.
Yep.
Lusterris very cleanly making that cycle a little bit more safely than Lightron, but it's about the same either way. Lightron with a little bit of a mistake. I think he was trying to go for a cap bounce but hold back because of how close to the wall he was. And ended up getting a funky dive angle. Having trouble backing it up, taking damage. Reese's Puffs is good, but it's basically candy. Well, yeah, honestly, that is kind of how cereal is. It's just like candy and milk. So it's pretty good, but not the best for you. Lusterris was going for a dive. I don't know. I would imagine that was supposed to be a spin pound with a bit of a misinput. Ooh, MCCT against the wall. Gets a little bit of extra height there and makes it very nicely. Saving a bit of time on Lightron. Ooh, Lightron narrowly avoiding death there. Missing the moon.
Haven't had cereal in like 4 years. I haven't had cereal in like 4 hours.
Yeah, I don't know the last time I had cereal. So I don't think I've had cereal in 2020, to be honest.
Missing out.
The optimal cereal is Cap'n Crunch, and you'll fight to the grave on this. Wow. Bold claim. Cap'n Crunch is good. I don't know if it's the best, though.
I pretty much like all cereal except for like Special K.
Alright, it looks like Lusterris saved a good bit of time on Lightron. I think the difference is now down to somewhere around 30 seconds, so closing the gap by somewhere around 10. Super Mario Amiibo cereal. I forgot that existed.
I still have... Well, I used to have a box for it, but now I just have the, like, Amiibo that was on the back of it. It was pretty good. It was, like, berry tasting, something like that. Wish it made a comeback. Honestly,
Maybe Super Mario Odyssey 2 will have some cereal.
hopefully.
Alright, on to Ruined Kingdom. Pretty auto-scroller, kind of long boss fight, not very hard. So yeah, shoutouts again to Plan B for sponsoring this event. The league currently... I forgot, so you can donate towards the prize pool for the league. What was the command? I don't recall. But there's a PayPal that you can donate to. That'll increase the prize pool for the league, which is pretty cool. Plan B started the prize pot by putting in 250 euros. I know last time I checked, people had donated another 110 euros, which is pretty sick. Once again, shouts to Dansta for organizing this event, the whole qualifier and the league, putting it together, or gathering all the runners and commentators and everything. And shouts to Saren for restreaming all the races so far. Yeah, so yeah, the Plan B prize is the command in chat. So used it a little bit up. And yeah, there's the PayPal link there if anybody's interested in donating towards the prize pot. Looks like 130 has been donated now, so somebody put in another 20 euros. Pretty cool to see. We're up to 380 total between the Plan B sponsorship and the donos so far. So yeah, I guess I'll just go over real quick for those who don't know. So this is the qualifier for the 80% League. The 80% League will have 12 total runners. Currently 8 people automatically qualified based on their PB. And then there's another 16 runners competing for the last 4 slots. And so that's what this qualifier is for. There's 4 groups of 4 runners. The best 2 runners to make it out of the group stage from each of the 4 groups. That'll narrow it down to 8 runners, and then there will be 1 playoff round. And then the 4 people who win that playoff round will make it into the league. I think Group D, which both of these players are a part of, currently is pretty up in the air. G-Man, I believe, had an upset week 1. Check the stats and everything. Yeah, G-Man beat Lightron, I believe, week 1. So Lightron definitely... If he wants to qualify for the playoff round, he needs to win this race for sure. Lusterris won his match last week. So a win here, I believe, would clinch him into the top 2. Lightron with a very unique movement on that island. Man, I am so hungry now. Just talking about breakfast and everything.
I actually had some Pan Express delivered during the commentary, so I am pretty stuffed.
Very nice. Yeah, also it looks like so Lusterris actually with a 318 rune and Lightron with a 315. You don't typically see too much of a time difference there, but 3 seconds is obviously not exactly a deal breaker, but Lusterris does need to catch up wherever possible. Lightron going for new shards. Looking very good so far. Going for Burless, it looks like. Looks good. And got it. That trick is pretty sick. Lusterris coming up on shards. Let's see which strat he goes for. Looks like it's going to be old shards. Going for the long jump dive back. A little bit slower than triple jump, but I think the long jump makes it a lot easier. Lightron. Oh, I didn't see what happened there. Oh, he doesn't even go for Bowser Dream, does he? I didn't see what happened, but it looked like he was moving from the moon to the pylon. So rather than a capture orb, maybe he just missed it. So now Lightron onto Harriet. Going for the Harriet first. And the first person strat doing a few teabags while waiting. You don't see that every day. Stairs going for Bowser Jam. Ooh. I wonder if that's exactly what happened to Lightron. Because I didn't see what he did, but the Stairs also having to make his way back to the pylon without a capture orb. You got a weird Cappy throw angle. Alright, so Lusterris is about one full boss fight behind at the moment. Lusterris also doing the first person strat. Going for the ground pound roll, the roll cancel, but messing it up a little bit. Going for a spin pound there, but ended up messing up the inputs a little bit, getting a spin throw. Lusterris going to the moon platform. I don't know if that was just an awkward angle or some kind of mental slip, but onto the topper fight now. Lightron entering the mech segment. Gonna have to get the crate moon since he didn't do the Verdram. Triple jump, very nice. Ledge grab there, but still pretty good. Lusterris looks like he had a bit of an issue with topper, currently at 2 health. Hopefully he grabs that heart. Very nice. Oh, barely grabbing him before the end of the fight. I think Lightron had a bit of an issue with the blind jump, but no deaths or anything. Oh, doing a spin. It's pretty low. The bird can have to do a lot of spins. Killing the Pokio.
Yeah, going straight into mech. It could definitely be something that just kind of changes the entire race, but we'll see. He's definitely a hard boss.
Yeah. Lightron 0 for 1 on target acquired so far in the qualifiers, so he's definitely going to want to try to get it this time.
Yeah, just missing that would be, I want to say like 25 seconds. With a good backup as well.
Good hit on Harriet, setting up for target acquired. And he gets it.
Nice.
So yeah, Lusterris is behind the whole length of the mech fight. His chances are not looking great. Definitely he's going to need Lightron to make a big mistake somewhere in the Moon Kingdom. Lusterris messing around with the camera. Goes for the spin pound onto Harriet. Very nice. Ooh, a little bit of an awkward setup, but he gets target acquired anyway. Very good.
Nice mechs from both.
But yeah, it looks like the lead has gotten a bit wider. I think that it's somewhere around 50 seconds between them now.
Oh yeah. One suggestion for any aspiring commentators: don't be like me and have your phone on not silent mode.
But yeah, so Lightron definitely on 100 pace. He's plus 34.5 on PB, so potential to get the fastest race time in the qualifier so far if moving goes well.
Yeah, the best one being 100.38 by the person who is by me commentating.
Yeah, so it looks like 49 seconds between them. Any moderate mistakes from Lightron won't be enough to change that, like any missed Bowser cycles. It's going to come down to whether he makes a major mistake, such as dying in the 2D section, or something crazy happening in pillars. Ooh, Lightron ended up very close to Bowser. I'm a little bit surprised that Bowser didn't take a step back. That can happen with that spin throw strat if you get too close to him. Ooh, Lusterris going for the one wall jump mooncave skip. Oh, with a bonk there. Damn, I thought that was looking good. Oh, and another bonk. That one was strange. It looked like he could have made it. Definitely a more of a risky strat than the regular 2 wall jump mooncave skip. It looks like the Bowser fight has been going just fine for Lightron so far. Alright, now time for the escape section for Lightron. This is where all the gigantic time losses can happen, but typically it's pretty easy, but you never know what can happen with nerves and everything. Lusterris is on 2 health right now. Shouldn't be an issue, but something to be aware of. Oh, he takes damage! Okay, now that is definitely an issue. Don't want to get hit by anything here. Even those fireballs from Bowser can kill you. The ones in the cloud fight, you can just roll right through and keep shaking and then you'll punch through them, but not the ones in the moon fight. So now he cannot do the damage boost at 1 health. Gonna have to figure out another way to do the 3rd cycle. Lightron looking strong, no mistakes so far in the 2D section. Yeah, Lusterris unfortunately unable to back that up. It is pretty weird trying to get that 3rd cycle hat without being able to take the damage. Not a strat that high level orbiters are used to by any means. Lightron, ooh. I don't know about this camera angle. Did that work? Yeah, it did. I don't know how many fireballs he shot, but it was a lot. But taking, he went more towards the 2nd pillar than most people do, so that saves a little bit of time back. Oh, I'm very far forward on that block. Looking good though. Alright, GG to Lightron, getting in 1:00:41. Very nice time. There have not been too many 1:00s so far in the qualifier. Really strong performance. Yeah, I really can't even recall any significant mistakes they made, just little bits of time loss here and there. Very good for a no reset. Yeah, only 33 seconds left for this PB. Lusterris doing pillars, looks like he's on low 1:02 pace. Still a very strong time. Oh, very nice. First pillar. Yeah, pretty nice pillars overall for the stairs. Safety fireball as well. Yeah. Finishing off on a strong note.
Like a 102.16 or 102.15 from Lusterris. Yeah, 102.15. Still pretty nice.
Yeah, definitely. A 1:02, especially a low 1:02 for a race is very good still.
Yeah, GG's to both runners. Got Lightron in here. Hello, Lightron.
Hey,
How do you feel about that
GG.
race?
thanks. It was pre-recorded Tuesday, and I didn't play since my first race. I was not confident of myself because I didn't get what I want against G-Man, and racing against Lust, a runner was being really close to me since we had 103, so I was not confident. I started the race with missing left side, missing dino skip, had a bad stand, a bad wooded. I was not confident, but it was a bit weird that this run can got 1-0, so I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah, definitely. That was a really strong run. I forgot, yeah, a lot of the time loss was so early on. Looks like he really got it together, you know, coming out of Wooded and played really strong. Ended up 33 seconds off your PB. Very good for a race time.
Yeah, for sure. I'm happy about it. And actually, I never got even a 101 in a tournament, so that's a pretty big deal for me. I usually
Nice,
got
yeah.
102 in races, so I will take it for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, huge race PB then. Yeah, it looks like so for Group D, now everybody has 1 win and 1 loss. That's pretty crazy. So everything is going to come down to week 3 for Group D.
Yeah. It's so scary, but it's gonna be hype for sure.
Yeah, pretty good. So it looks like you'll be getting a bonus 9 points, I believe, over Lusterris. I don't think the points should end up making too much of a difference. It looks like for all that's going to matter is who wins in the races next week.
Yeah,
A really strong performance.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Lusterris is going to be joining us for an interview. Any other comments from Hey There or Lightron?
No, it's okay for me.
Can't really think of anything right now.
Yeah, thanks for commentating. It was a really good one. I was scary to watch this race, even if it was pre-recorded and I know the result. But it was really cool to watch it. So thanks for commentating it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, no problem. And thanks again for Dance to Plan B and Saren for all their work going towards this event. Alright, I guess that's going to be it for us for this race. Good race from both runners. Next up, we have Tuxedo Cat versus Ganon Slayer, I believe. I was looking. Oh my god, my tab was like from last week. Ganon Slayer versus Dialotech going up at noon at PST.
I can't wait. It's gonna be a really good one.
Yeah, that should be really exciting.